Learn to deal with the valley, the hills can't the same. But don't you know you got wild blood running through your veins? You're the leader of the wolf pack with the power of flame. Don't you know you got wild blood running through your wild blood running through your veins.
Welcome to the Cast and Camo podcast, where we talk about hunting, fishing, and all things outdoors. Grab your fishing rod, put on your favorite camo, or just sit back and enjoy this week's topic. Cast and Camo begins now.
Yo,
Hey,
what's up?
what the heck is that?
That's Santa Fox and Mrs. Santa Fox. We're going to talk to them here in just a little bit.
Wait a minute. That is not Pam.
No, strangely, Mrs. Santa Fox kind of resembles you a little bit.
Oh, you're going to be in deep trouble.
Am I?
Yep.
Mrs. Santa Fox. She's a fox.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Eric?
Not much. How was your Thanksgiving?
You know what? Not too bad. Not too
Yeah?
bad. Yeah.
Did you have turkey or ham?
I had a little bit of everything because that's I'm sticking to mostly meats. So I didn't get to have any wine. I didn't get to have any beer.
Well, that's good. You're
Yeah.
going to lose weight now. No
That's
beer.
the plan. Yeah.
You drop weight. How many beers did you have a week normally?
It varied depending on work, but I would guess anywhere from 4 to 10.
Okay. Well, good. Then you've lost
Yeah.
all that sugar.
Yeah.
Yep. You're
Yeah.
set to go.
I'm doing good. Feeling good.
Yep.
I'm on a
Very
weight
good.
loss journey.
Yes.
I'm really not. I'm just trying to get healthy. That's really all it is.
Well, there's a lot of people trying to get healthy right now, and this is the worst time of the year to do it.
It's not easy, man.
You have Thanksgiving, which you got to eat your
Yeah.
dinner. I mean, and I kind of gorged myself just a wee tiny bit.
Huh?
And then you have Christmas, which we have a ham on Christmas,
Yeah.
and we make everything. So we're right back. So you might as well just give up because then after Christmas, you have New Year's Eve.
You got New Year's Eve, yeah.
You make
Yep.
them little teeny tiny wiener things,
Oh
and
yeah, with the barbecue sauce.
yes, with that jelly and barbecue sauce or ketchup, whatever they make in it. I don't do it. She does it. So
You know what's good when you add to the little barbecue sauce weenies?
what's that?
You pour some brandy in it in the slow cooker with the barbecue sauce.
No, no. We're getting away from alcohol. Remember?
No, but it's a cooking. It's an ingredient. It's an ingredient.
Wow.
You can't make brandy weenies without the brandy. I'm just gonna break it to you.
I could say that I need beer with my food because it's an ingredient.
Well, yeah. You
But
need
then-
beer to make beer battered fish, don't you?
Well, yeah, but it cooks all the alcohol out of it.
Yeah. Well, so does the brandy. It cooks out of when it's cooking in that slow cooker.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to cook it with it and have a glass full of it and drink and
Well,
eat.
no, you don't. You don't drink the brandy. You just pour the brandy into the barbecue sauce with the weenies in the slow cooker.
Well, yeah, you could do that, I guess.
That's how you
But,
do it.
Oh, anyway, hi, chat.
How was your Thanksgiving? Did you have all the kids over?
Oh, no.
Did you go to anybody? Did you go to one of the kids' houses? No.
She did. I stayed here and was a troll. Yes.
How did?
I got to pull it off this year?
How? What? Can you take notes for me?
Yes, I'm telling you, it was the best thing.
I don't believe you one bit. Did she fall for that? She did. I know you can't say anything because she's right in the other room and she can hear you. So yeah, I get it. Fell for it completely. Oh my.
Yes. Listen, but she brought back the leftovers and a big plate for me. Brings it in and sits it down, and I look at it and I'm like, holy shit, I'm not going to be able to eat. Listen, since the past year, I used to be able to eat 2 cheeseburgers when I'd sit down and have dinner. I can eat one. I can eat one maybe, and a half of fries that I used to be able to eat. It's getting worse all the time because I did finish that plate Thanksgiving evening. Just so I did. But I'm going to tell you what, I suffered all night long. I felt like an elephant. I went in, sit down in the chair, and I couldn't move out of the chair. It was like all them mashed taters.
Yeah.
All that stuff was like laying there.
Yeah.
And it was just like churning. The next morning was even worse.
That's this might be the first Thanksgiving that I can say that I didn't like. I ate and I was like, okay, I'm good. I didn't overdo it at either place. We had to go to my family and then her family, and
you fell for it.
No, I just didn't have as good of an excuse as you did, or fast enough on my feet. One of the two, not sure which or both.
But you got to start the night before Thanksgiving. Like, my throat's a little bit sore tonight. I don't know what's going on, Then the next morning when you wake up, it's like, I don't know. I'll try to make it. I'll be there if I can.
I have to whisper. Now I have to whisper this part. So I do have an out because I go to the in-laws the second half of the day, right? We leave the dog at home, so it's timed perfectly. So after we eat, I kind of hang for about 20 to 30 minutes, and look at the time. I gotta go feed Norman and let Norman out, and then I go home, and then I don't go back.
See, yeah, but the problem of it is you already screwed up.
Why? I got food.
You must get along pretty good with your in-laws, because I call mine outlaws.
Yeah, well, they call us outlaws, and I smile and nod a lot.
Look, it's all girls on Pam's side. All girls, every one of them.
Really?
All girls. Yeah. She has no brothers. They're all sisters. There's 4 of them. And do you know what that chicken talk is like if you go to their place?
Oh.
I mean, and the problem of it is her stepdad has passed away a couple of years ago.
Yep.
So that leaves, and all of her sisters are divorced, and they have no boyfriends at all. So guess who is the only man in the house? And do you think for a minute that I would put myself in that kind of chicken scratch?
So is it like that at Christmas too?
Yes.
So
yeah.
Can you please do us all a favor?
What's that?
And recreate Mrs. Santa Fox and go to Christmas and just be one of the girls.
No,
No?
it's bad because I'm the only guy there now. And Ryan will not travel with me there at all because he's just, no, he's done it before and he will not do it. So,
Sounds like somebody got smart.
and Katie's husband will not go. He's like, you think I'm stupid? And, I mean, look, they cook really good. All the girls do amazing job cooking. That 15 minutes of fame is not worth 4 days in Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's in Pittsburgh?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we would have to, yeah. And
Oh.
so the only thing that kind of saved me this year, I was going to have hot dogs, weenies and beans for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I did that last year. She went home last year for Thanksgiving. And then when she come home, we had a big Thanksgiving here. All right.
Okay. Mhm.
So when I was streaming, I cooked 2 hot dogs and made baked beans, and that was my Thanksgiving dinner. Everyone thought I was foolish, but that's exactly what I did last year for Thanksgiving.
King of the castle.
Yep.
Right.
And she was going to go home this year until that big snowstorm
Oh, yeah.
coming in, and then she changed her mind the night before.
So let's talk strategy for the next time.
Yeah.
Because she's not always going to believe that you're falling ill.
No, it only worked 1 year. Next year, I'll be like,
Okay, Walleye.
wow.
So here's what you do. When you're told that you have to go to Pittsburgh,
Uh-huh.
you call Katie's husband and you call Ryan and you say, "Hey guys, let's go hunting." And then I'll pick you up at 1.
Screwed.
Huh?
Katie's husband doesn't hunt.
Does he fish?
No.
Does he play golf?
No.
Does he do anything?
Work. He's now a professor, a doctor, professor for engineering.
Really?
Yeah, he just got hired full time as a professor at the college.
Is Katie that bad at home that he's got to find 17 jobs to get out of the house?
That's the problem. He does have 2 full-time jobs, and I don't. Plus, they own their own business, so
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, they're pretty.
No wonder why the damn kids are at your house all the time.
That's why she's going to buy me a boat now.
That's right. I would start. I mean, every month I would lay that guilt harder.
Oh yes.
And of course, they're not listening. Neither Rachel or Katie is listening. They never watch anyway.
She never watches, so she doesn't even know what Twitch is.
No. But you got to start pinning one against the other. Like Rachel's going to give me 7,000, and then Katie's going to give 7,000. Go, well, Katie's going to give me 8,000. All of a sudden, you can buy my boat.
No. If I get that far where I can buy your boat, I'm ordering a brand new boat and have it made just the way I want. You're
Okay.
a fishing boat. Now,
No,
if you want to redo it for me, the way in my specifications and pay for it, and then sell it to me for what you want for it right now, deal.
I did just order my windshield. That was painful.
Oh yes.
And okay, so let's talk about that. And then actually, good segue, real quick. Let's do some housekeeping.
Oh yes.
Eric's looking for a boat. You know who sponsors us, Eric? That makes really good catfishing boats. Sea Ark Boats, everybody! ! Sea Ark in the chat, and we'll bring you to the Sea Ark boat, and you can shop 4 boats for Eric to say, "Hey, I think you would look fantastic. That wind blowing your hair back as you drive in that boat."
Yes. Let me show you.
Yeah, show it off. There it is. Oh yeah.
See that?
Yep.
It
Yep.
would just
Watch it blow in the breeze, baby.
gorgeous.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mr. John, we've had a first time chatters tonight. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, Sea Ark Boats. Sarah dropped the ! Sea Ark in chat, and if you're watching on YouTube later, you can check out the Sea Ark Boats link down below, as well as Deer 30. Deer 30, who don't drop the link because the link is still broken, but we did confirm with Damon this week that they are still in business and they're busier than ever, which is why the website is still down. They're probably just taking so many orders for Christmas. That would be my guess.
Well, I wish they would have took my order.
I just want a hat. That's all I want.
Yeah, I want my. I'm supposed to have the bags of their stuff right here. That's not
right
there
here.
yet.
Right here.
Well, you don't have a shelf. We got to get you a shelf.
Yeah, I'd have to make some floating shelves. I still have to do some reorganizing. And then Texas Select Seasonings. You can't make a turkey without some Texas Select Seasonings. You can't make Christmas ham without Texas Select Seasonings. You can't make ribs for Christmas without Texas Select Seasonings.
Or chicken.
Or chicken. Or chicken. Chicken wings, chicken breasts,
Oh, yes.
chicken thighs.
I did chicken the other day.
Did you?
I got chicken breasts, and I got them, and I covered them with sweet-ass barbecue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
My dad made ribs for Thanksgiving, and he used Texas Select Seasoning, and God, they're good.
Hey,
They're just so good.
Have you tried to smoke the Philadelphia cream cheese yet?
I don't do cream cheese.
You don't like that.
No.
I'm telling
Cheese-
you, that's
Cheese belongs on a burger, not in a cream.
It's not. Listen, I'm telling you, you don't like any dip, like a cheese dip or nothing like that for crackers.
Well, cheese dip.
All right. I want you to at least experiment. Take a Philadelphia cream cheese, take it and cover it in your favorite Texas Select seasoning. Cover it. I mean, really have it covered. Then put a zigzag in the top of it, put it on foil, and put it on your smoker. And smoke it for about 45 minutes.
Really?
I'm telling you, Todd, you will go. You will become a new woman, a new man.
Let's take a closer look at that screen.
And then you can go
This
to my
is Santa Fox. All right. Well, the theme for tonight's show, I'm decked out in red and green, kind of. So is Chief. Chief's in the festive Christmas colors tonight.
Yes.
We are going to talk about what to get as gifts for people that love hunting and fishing and anything outdoors. And I figured since we're going to talk about Christmas and Christmas gifts, who better than to bring in Santa Fox and Mrs. Santa Fox, because we all know Santa Fox can't do anything without Mrs. Santa Fox's help. So they're here. They've been just kind of sitting waiting, and we don't have a live feed, but we got some pictures. But let's just have a quick chat with. Let's start with Mrs. Santa Fox. First of all, thanks for joining tonight. I have to ask, what is it like being married to somebody like Santa Fox?
It is interesting being married to Santa Fox. He is always busy, so I have to watch out for him. I pick up his lunch, make his meals. I don't get very much time for myself, but it's okay because he is Santa Fox and he brings joy to all the hunters and fishers around the world.
That is true. That is true. He does bring joy to all the hunters and fishers around the world, and we can't thank Santa Fox enough for that. I'm a little surprised to hear that he stays that busy that you have to pick up all of his meals, whether it's lunch or supper or make all of the meals. What exactly does he stay so busy with?
Mostly playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and hunting and fishing and pretending not to nap.
Pretending not to nap? Yeah, we catch him doing that all the time. Paying taxes, I think, was one of the reasons that Santa Fox said, as if Santa Fox pays any taxes. We all know he doesn't. But Red Dead Redemption, I can see some similarities with some other people that I know that look very similar to both of you. Either way, you look fantastic. You look fantastic. You're clearly, he's busy. You're clearly staying busy with staying in shape and taking care of yourself.
Well, thank you very much. It's always good to give Santa Fox a gift when he gets home on Christmas after all of the hard work that his reindeer and helpers do.
I bet. And if that's the gift that Santa Fox gets when he gets home, Santa Fox he's a very lucky man. And I can only hope, Eric, that all of the good hunters and fishers and the ladies and gents out there in the world have been good enough that Santa Fox will help them out and get them something that they're wishing for Christmas this year. Only the good ones, though. Only the good ones. Only the good ones.
And to all the naughty boys and girls out there that don't get what you want from Santa Fox, just let me know and I may be able to help.
Wow. Mrs. Santa Fox feeling spicy. A little spicy. All right. Well, we have to hear from Santa Fox. He's the man of the month, right? It's a whole month of Santa Fox. I have to, one of the things I've always been curious, I've never had the chance to actually talk to Santa Fox. Do you prefer cookies and milk? Like when the kids go to bed and the moms and dads go to bed, do you prefer cookies and milk or do you prefer meat? Like a smoked meat? Do you like ribs or brisket or something?
Yeah, quit slapping your meat because I'm going to eat it as soon as you go to sleep, buddy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I guess that answers that, Eric. He's going to eat the meat. Once everybody goes to bed, you got to leave him some meat. So everybody hear that? You leave him some brisket or some ribs, some sort of meat. Chicken. He just clearly likes chicken. Probably got some of the chicken recipes from Buzzard. But yeah, leave him some meat. Now, when you're riding around, you've always ridden the sleigh. Have you ever thought of upgrading? Have you upgraded yet? Or are you still riding the sleigh? Or what are you riding today?
I'm riding the big banana. Mm-hmm.
Riding the big banana. Okay. We'll just assume it's a big banana, not just you've named your sleigh the big banana, but maybe you have. I wonder if you've lost any speed when you're running behind on Christmas Eve, Santa Fox. Do the reindeer mind when you kind of crack that whip? Do they mind? What exactly do they say when you crack that whip on them?
Do it. Smack me with it, baby. Give it to me sideways.
Wow. So they don't mind that whip being cracked on them. That's interesting. Now I've seen that whip that you crap when you're trying to go faster, and clearly looking at your arms there in the picture that you've provided to us, you clearly work out. Right? I mean, it's got to take a lot of muscles to ride that big banana around cracking that whip.
Look at that big muscle. Huh? What a muscle.
What a muscle. Well, there you have it, folks. Santa Fox and Mrs. Santa Fox. Can't thank you both enough for the time that you've given to us. I know it's a busy time of the year. Thank you. And hopefully we all get what we're hoping for from Santa Fox this year. And we'll see you soon, Santa Fox. Say goodbye to Santa Fox, Eric. Say goodbye to Santa Fox, Eric. Santa Fox, everybody. It's right in the big banana. Them apples. There you go. Speechless? I would be too. I mean, it was freaking Santa Fox and his wife, Mrs. Santa Fox, in the flesh, talking to us. Imagine.
No, he says the same thing every time you make a new one.
Yeah. Well, maybe next year he'll have some new material. You never know.
Oh, it's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah. Plausible.
Have you... Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I just said plausible.
Plausible.
Yeah.
True. Have you ever gotten, between us girls, have you ever gotten a Christmas gift that had to do with hunting or fishing, and you got it and you were like, what am I going to do with this? But you can't say that, of course, right? You have to smile and go, oh, yeah, this is awesome. Has that ever happened to you?
You said between us girls.
Between us girls. Yeah, nobody else is listening.
No, wrong place, Vexus. No, God, look around. No. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. One time for deer season, I got a knife. Now, it was nice that they bought me a knife
Yup.
for a hunting knife.
Mhm.
That big. It was one that opened up. And I was like, what am I going to do? Now, maybe I could have did a squirrel with it. Maybe. But there was no way I was going to do a deer or a bear. Or, I mean, the knife was only 2 inches long, and it had about a 2-inch blade on it.
Are you sure it was a knife and it wasn't like a letter opener?
Oh, no, it wasn't a letter opener.
No? Okay.
It had its own little sheath that you could put on your belt. That was probably one of the things I was like, what am I going to do with it? But it was meant well from the person that gave it to me.
Of course. Which is why you can never give a reaction other than because you're grateful. I don't care what the gift is, even if it's a lump of coal.
I did a somersault in the living room.
I can't wait to butter my toast with that. I mean, cut up some animals, right?
Yeah, it was just, I felt bad. I did feel bad because the person that gave it to me, I don't think realizes what you got to have to reach up inside a deer and cut out internals above the diaphragm. So, yeah, it would have been kind of difficult.
Has it been repurposed yet? Do you use it for like skinning or anything like that?
No.
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 You could put it in a tackle box? It's always good to have a little knife like that when you're fishing.
Well, you could. You could have it. I guess I could put it in my tackle box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it in the gun cabinet. So it's sitting there. It has never been opened. I'm sorry. It was like 5 years ago. And it's still sitting in the gun cabinet.
Look, it happens. It happens. It's happened to me too. And it wasn't like, no matter what it, like you said, no matter what it is, it's still great. I got an ice fishing rod and reel. And it wasn't to my specs of what I would normally look at, use, buy, but it was still the thought. And it was like, oh, cool. Like, so it wasn't like it was incredibly disappointing, but it wasn't what I would have normally bought.
Right.
Or wanted. So it got used, but not as much as it would have had it been something slightly different, right? And which is why it's one of the reasons I thought, you know what, we're about 4 weeks from Christmas, and people are trying to fill out get their Christmas gifts for their friends and family and loved ones. And what if we did a public service and helped kind of go through some of these things of, if you have somebody that loves hunting or loves fishing or spends a lot of time outdoors or smoking meat or whatever it might be, what could you get them potentially that, depending on your budget, that would be something that's a good gift idea that's not going to be like, oh, cool, a fishing rod that's a that's a light fishing rod and a 1500 series reel that you asked me to go carp fishing with. Like, right, that's not going to happen. So I thought, well, let's talk about it. And just to clarify, this is not just a list for men, because plenty of women love hunting and fishing and the outdoors. So I tried to keep this as kind of generically for any sex that there could possibly be, right? And some of these ideas might be completely dumb. I don't know, but I was trying to think of things like, what could I get Eric? What do I get somebody that has everything that they could have and want and need hunting and fishing wise? What would I get? You have an idea? Okay, shoot it. Let me have it. What's your idea? What do you need?
I want a nice 30-06 rifle, brand new, with a 50 power scope with an aim dot on it.
Okay.
I
Let me
mean,
see what I can do. I'll
Yeah,
call
I mean,
Santa Fox.
no, he's broke.
I'll call Mrs. Santa Fox.
She's broke.
Oh,
Yeah, 8 grandchildren didn't help out much. Friday was horrible when she come back in the door.
I mean, you could always get the scope later, right?
No,
We can
No.
put a scope on. You
yeah,
can get the gun. You can put a scope on.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I want the 50 power mega deer slayer 1000. You know what I mean?
For what?
Well, you asked me what I wanted for a present.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I take it back.
You want me to sit here and lie to you and say,
No.
no, give me a Twinkie, Todd. I'll
Well-
take a Twinkie, you know? I mean,
I might get you a Twinkie too. How about that?
the thing of it is all BSing aside, when
Yeah.
you guys are out there trying to buy a gift for someone,
Mhm.
think about, talk to your boyfriend, husband, or the person you're buying for way ahead of Christmas. And if you talk to him, you're going to find out, I'll tell you one of the things that I always would have liked to have had is like either, and this is the bad part because Christmas deer season's already over with. So you got to wait a whole year to be able to use this stuff. But hunting clothes are one of the biggest things that we go through is hunting clothes.
Yep.
And I don't care if I've got 25 jackets out here. I still want a better coat.
Or you need one for when it's warm. You need one for when it's not hot but not cold, and then you need one for when it's freezing your balls off.
I love my new brush pants that I've got for hunting, deer hunting. Camouflaged. It has the front to keep from briars going into your legs.
Yes.
And it's not that I hunt in briars, but where we hunt is the swamp areas are pretty thick. It's got a lot of thorns and stuff in that bottom. And every time I'm down there, I come home and I look like someone stabbed me 50 million times. So, I mean, when you're actually on blood thinners, it's the worst thing in the world to deal with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like hunting clothes probably more than anything.
I mean, and like,
I'll buy my own gun. I'll buy my own bow because I don't want her going and trying, because I guarantee you I'm not going to be satisfied. So don't ever try to go buy him a gun or a bow or a muzzle loader. You're wasting your time.
agreed.
But unless you're with them, oh, okay, you're going to take me out to buy my Christmas present. I'll ride with you and we'll get the right thing. But I think clothing, and then when you're buying like turkey calls or deer calls, I'd rather buy my own. I don't want her to buy that.
Correct.
I know what I'm looking for. So just leave that part to me.
Yeah, and that was going to be basically the biggest lesson is stay towards general things and away from specific things. A fishing rod, great. A fishing reel, great. I would stay away from those things as a gift because you don't know
what they
unless
want.
you know exactly, like 1000% exactly what your significant other or friend or family or whoever, what kind of fishing rod or reel they need. Chances are it's not what they actually need.
So let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's use, and I don't like to use people's name in our chat, and I don't know if he's here or not, but we'll use Buzzard.
Okay.
If you said, Chief, we're having a thing this year, we're going to give a Christmas present to anyone, you got picked and you got to give a present to Buzzard. What would I get Buzzard? I would get him a Zebco 202 with a nice 6-foot rod on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Put like 4-pound test on it. And I would put 2 hooks on it, one at the back and one at the front, so he can hang it on the wall above his other 35,000 rods that he don't use.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, and it's interesting that you picked Buzzard. He'd still catch the biggest fish. Does it count if it doesn't get netted though? Maybe that's what Buzzard needs for Christmas. Instead of a new fishing rod, maybe Buzzard needs a big giant net.
He could come down and net my fish for me next year.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would be up to that.
Now for Buzzard, I would, and this is on my list, everything that you've listed off here, well, except for the Zebco, what I would get for Buzzard, and I think this is a good gift idea within this realm that we're talking about, is, and he probably has them, but let's just say I didn't know. I know Buzzard is he's a fishing guy, and I know he's got a lot of rods and reels. I'd get him like 4 or 5 of those spinning things that you put rods in,
Right.
the organizer or the holder.
Yep.
We have to get them at least 4 or 5 because I think they hold like 10 each.
Yep.
Some are 15. So you'd need to get him like 4 or 5 of them. But that would help him organize. Or you can, or if you don't want them on the ground, maybe the rod hangers that you can mount to the wall in the garage or in the office or whatever it might be, and then you can hang up the rods on that rod holder there. But that's another good Christmas idea or a gift idea for somebody that fishes.
I'll be honest with you now. Like, if we'll just say one of the neatest things I think would be, and I've watched a lot of our fishermen on streams, is these rod holders, different rod holders.
Yeah.
You know, I was lucky enough to have one of my chatters buy me a really nice rod holder when I'm on very hard ground and you can't put the rod holder in the ground.
Yep.
Me and Joker, the day he come down and fish with me for 2 days, we would sit there and pry trying to get the rod holders before we'd start stream because there's like a shale underneath the ground there. And finally you'd find a place and get your rod holder down into it. The only thing that, like the rod pod that I gave to me,
Yep.
the only thing I would like to see is it lift up further than what it does when you're on a slant on a hill, because then your rods are pointing straight down instead of being even.
So, question on the rod pod, which again I didn't have that on my list, but I think that's a great gift idea.
Yes.
Do those rod pods, are each leg independent? So can you, if you're off balance on one side
Yes,
or
you
one
can
corner,
slide it up and down. Yeah, you can,
Okay.
but you only have about, I'm going to say 8 inches of movement there.
right?
So, like I had the guy that bought it ask me one day, how come you're not using, and I told him, I said, I'm on a slant, plus I can actually put my rod holders in the ground. And if I can put them on instead of being on that slant on the hill, it'd be a lot better.
Yeah, it's good feedback.
I don't know. I think a rod pod, it would be a great gift for someone that you know fishes. If your husband fishes or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, that is an awesome gift. I mean, mine's sitting behind the seat in the truck where I can it never moves from there. That's where it's at. You know what I mean? So I have it with me at all time.
Yep.
The other thing is if your husband or your boyfriend streams, buy a tripod for them. You can get them a tripod for their camera. Make sure you have the camera mount with it. Some of the people I noticed, most of them are using tripods, but some of them don't use them yet. So,
For sure.
I think that would be good. Or you could buy blue underwear for the person.
Ooh, I think that's patented or patent pending.
Well, if you have like blue underwear,
Yeah.
and my eyes will never be the same after fishing with Joker for a weekend.
I know the feeling.
Wait, when he come down, he thought it was kind of funny because I'm down there catching fish. They're flopping out of my hands. They're going all over the ground. And he laughed and watched my stream. And then he comes down, and guess what he does? He goes, takes a shower. He said there was 1.5 inches of sand in the shower stall. when he took a shower. The floor was covered. It took him an hour just to clean up the motel shower. And he looked like Carpmania. He had crap all over it. I never laughed so hard in my life. And he's like, I'll never date you again. This is ridiculous to have this much slime all over you. And it is bad when you're fishing in sand like that.
Oh, for sure. Speaking of when you're fishing in sand, got to have some good shoes, some good boots, some good waterproof something. And one of the things that I did in the last couple of years is I bought a pair of those extra tough deck boots, and I freaking love them. I deck boots I can wear. I wear them. I've wore them hunting this year. I wear them fishing. I wear them in the boat. You wear them all the time. I wear them all the time. They're comfortable and they're completely waterproof. And I put that on the list as a great gift idea for somebody that loves the outdoors. Extra tough boots, and they make them for men and women.
Yeah, the only problem when you're fishing in mud, I hate mud, by the way. I don't think you know that.
Fucking mud.
I hate mud. Is when you get stuck and your fishing partner reaches down and grabs your hand and pulls you out and your boot stays there. And you're screaming, no, don't stop. It's pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nothing can help you there. That's you got to just wave goodbye and wish everybody the best.
And if you had them shoes on, you said you'd never find that son of a gun because they were buried almost to my kneecap.
Oh, yeah, mud sucks. No matter what you're doing, mud sucks.
It was horrible.
Some other things I thought, and we are we're in the digital age, Eric. The days of print is usually probably long gone, but they still exist. A subscription to an online magazine about fishing or hunting. It's an idea for somebody that you don't like. Hey, they love hunting and they love fishing, but I have no idea what to get them. There's plenty of magazines that are still out there in publication. Subscription to those, outdoor news or whatever it might be, even if it's an online publication, a subscription there. That's an idea.
Yeah. What magazines do you read?
I don't.
I mean, now this is my point now, and I get one from State Conservation.
Okay.
For the rest of my life until I pass away, I get a free one.
Yep.
So anyway, they send that magazine to me all the time, and the only thing I ever do is look up the counties that I lived in, the 2 counties.
Okay.
In that, because they kind of separate that magazine, like Southwest, Northwest, Northeast, Southeast, center of the state, So I look at like my zone, like Erie over to Potter County in PA. And then I look down like in the lower unit of Beaver County over to Little Washington, PA. And that's the only part I ever look at in that whole magazine. And then I'm done with it. So if someone don't read magazines ever, the hunting and fishing magazines, just make sure you know that, because they may never ever use it.
And they may not. The reason I don't is because I don't subscribe to any. It's subscribing to those magazines. It's not something I would typically do for myself, but as a gift, I think it would be. I would read it if I got a American Whitetail magazine once a month. I'd read it.
The only problem I noticed our magazine, and I could go get it right now and open it up and show you. It's probably 40% advertisements now.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm sorry that it's going, and I don't know about the bow hunting. I used to get the Bow Hunter magazine. I used to get Rifle Hunter. I think that was part of, wasn't Rifle Hunter and Bow Hunter and that part of the NRA magazines that they gave
Probably.
out like that?
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't looked at them, but it's like really, they're really getting filled up with advertisements. And it kind of upsets me that that's what all them magazines are going to now.
Well, it's the only way they could stay afloat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only way. They just, everything is done online now. So the days of having printed newspapers and magazines are sadly probably, the numbers are numbered. The days are numbered.
That's why we do the podcast. Then they don't have to get the magazine.
That's right.
Because we're just going to tell them all about their hunting and fishing needs right here. What to buy next.
Yeah. I'm gonna list off some other ideas for it. I'm gonna start. I kind of categorize things in fishing. There's a few that I want to actually discuss. And if I say one that you are interested in talking about, just let me know. Raise your hand. Tell me to shut up, stop, whatever. Yep. Just like in school. One of those electronic sport fishing games. Have you seen these things? It's like a little handheld thing, and you have to like cast it, and there's a reel, and it's just a tiny little screen. It's something, dare I say it, something to put next to the throne to keep the guy busy or the girl busy as they're doing things. They can fish. They can play their fishing game, right? Clothes, kind of back to your thing with hunting clothes, camo, anything camo. For the most part, I think most people that hunt and fish, camo is my favorite color. I wear camo year round. Or I try to. I'd like to. But the one thing that I have gotten into in the last few years that could be a gift idea are the UV protective things. And I know I got on your ass when you got all sunburned this past year. UV long sleeve shirts, the UV sleeves. If you don't want to wear long sleeves, you can get the UV sleeves that you can pull up. Protects you from the sun. The gaiters, gaiters, anything with a hood, polarized sunglasses. That was a little on the, because everybody has their own style, right? So you got to be a little careful on that. And then here's one that I thought of. I would never buy it for myself, but I should probably have one, an inflatable life vest. Those nice ones that are flat. They're like, what are they? 1-time use or 2-time use or something like that?
Here's what happens on the ones that we were issued when I was a state conservation officer. Once they implode, go out, then you have to replace the whole sleeve, the tube, everything. And it's almost as expensive as buying a new one. Now,
right, okay.
I don't know about the new ones because I've heard that they've got a little bit better ones out. I'm not really sure about them, so to speak, about the newer ones. But I'm going to tell you, if you are going to fish, you need to have a life vest. And them big, cumbersome, big, boggy things, we used to have to wear on duty all the time. And it'd be 90 degrees in Pittsburgh, and we'd be out in the middle of the Ohio River in the patrol boats, and you're just roasting. Your shirt is soaking wet. You can see it down the sides of your shirt, and it was ridiculous. When they come out with them the first time that you just wore around your neck, I was like, holy smokes, what a deal. I mean, we all wore them then. There was like no problem wearing them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I had one, I would probably wear it because you should, again, do as you should, not as you see us monkeys doing.
Right.
But there ain't no way I'm wearing one of those big ass life vests when you're out in the summer. Like you said, it's shit. That one day we were out there, it was almost 100 degrees. I'm not wearing that life vest, but if I had one of those, I probably would wear it. So as a gift idea,
that's a problem. Them things were like 2.5 inches thick.
I know.
It's the green ones for our uniforms to match our uniforms.
Yep.
And they were like, I don't know, they put a mesh on the inside to help air current behind your back. It didn't work. That doesn't help at all.
No.
I don't care how much mesh you put back there with holes in it. That is still hotter than heck. So, and I never wanted to wear it, but we had to wear them. And it was like, you didn't really want to work out there. I'd pull the boat up on shore and get out and take the vest off and sit it on the deck. Sit there and watch boats go up and down the river or the lake that I was working or whatever.
Yep.
It's horrible.
Some others. I'm gonna go through a few quick, and then I want to touch on a few. I know we kind of both agree on knives. It's a risky endeavor. However, if you go to like a person that specifically makes knives, like fishing knives, fillet knives, a custom fillet knife, great idea. The person that makes them, if they're making fillet knives like as a job, they're going to know what kind of fillet knife they should make. So that's a good idea. Headlamp, hunting and fishing. Everybody can use headlamps. I don't care how many you have. It's always good to have extras. I usually stuff multiples, and I'm going to catch hell because I had the only one that I had this year was dead when I needed it. But headlamps are good. Cookbooks, whether it's for wild game, fish, any kind of meat, cookbooks for wild game, I think is a great idea. A hook remover. Now, I have put a few people on the hook removers, and I don't even have one myself. I used one when I was in North Carolina. It was a lifesaver, especially for the stingrays and fish that I didn't want to touch. Hook removers that's a great idea. And then one that I would like to talk about, it's called D-Hooker. DHUKR. D-Hooker. And what this is for, and all of the years fishing, I never had to deal with it until last winter. It's when you get one of those treble hooks or one of the hooks flings back and it gets caught in your hand, your arm, your leg, whatever it might be. This D-Hooker thing, and it ain't cheap on their website, but these guys made this thing where it just kind of put it on the hook and you do some things and press and you pull and the hook comes right out of your skin. And I know that you can do it for free with some fishing line. I would have been screwed last year because if I wasn't with Greg when that happened to me, and if I wouldn't have had chat, I think Sagi was probably one of the ones that helped the most. I had no idea how to do that. Even when people were trying to explain to me, no, you got to wrap the fishing line around your finger and then do this. And it's like, holy balls. I'm just thinking about this treble hook that's 2 inches inside my forearm. Right. But if you have this thing called the D-Hooker, it was a hell of an idea. The weird thing is it hasn't gotten great reviews. It's like 2 or 3 stars, but I've watched a bunch of videos on it. Shit works. And it works good. This dude took 3 treble hooks, and put 2 hooks from each treble hook in his arm. And he took all 6 of them out with that thing in a matter of 2 minutes. And just all by himself, it's like, wow, the hell. So the D-Hooker, interesting idea. As a gift idea, I think it's a cool idea.
Yes.
Would you? The thing is, you it's a gift idea in hopes that you never have to use it.
Well, yes, yeah.
In case you do,
I've got the best idea for the deer hunters, and I just thought of it because I actually seen it work last year for the first time, and I always wondered how it worked. A flashlight that allows you to see the deer blood, which is a UV light.
Yeah.
They actually are amazing.
Yup.
They cost between $29 and $39 for these. It's like a purple light. But I'm going to tell you what, if you've got any blood on the ground, it like shows up like you'd have a candle lit down there on the ground. I mean, you can see it. Even a little small, and that's probably would be one of the best presents for someone that you know that deer hunts. Seriously, that doesn't
1,000% agree. Yep.
You know,
last fall when I was tracking all of those deer, I caught a lot of hell for not having one. And at the time, the ones that I was looking at were like 60, 70, $80. I'm like, man, I ain't spending those $70 on a flashlight that for blood. But I tell you what, I wish I wish and I was like, I'll get one before next hunting season. Well, then next thing you know, it's hunting season. You're like,
Well, this is the size of them.
okay.
Right? A blood tracker. It's a purple light UV, and it works fantastic.
Do you have anything in your office right now that glows in the dark?
No, this is not one anyway. Looks exactly like the one I have out in my truck.
Okay.
This is just a regular flashlight.
Oh, okay.
That I keep in here in the office, but my UV is in the truck.
I wonder if that would work. Because, I'm just saying, double your pleasure, double mint twins for ice fishing. Mostly, that's when I'm using a UV light or a black light of some sort of flashlight, black light flashlight, to light up my glow jigs. You hold that light on there for 10, 15 seconds, and then it starts glowing, and you drop it down the hole. I wonder if those same lights would work, or if you could, if the lights for the tracking blood would work to make something glow in the dark. I don't know.
I bought mine off of Amazon, and I just found it again on Amazon, and they are $39 to $31.
That's not bad.
That's the exact same light that I bought, and they're actually pretty decent, and they're heavy. They're actually a good sturdy light too.
Yeah. But I think you can get some that are almost like flood lamps, like the bigger ones.
Yeah.
But I don't know why you would need.
Well, this one that I have has a charger. You can plug a USB in it and plug it into your truck and keep it charged, or just charge it up. It has a rechargeable battery in it. But for $31 to $39, you can't beat that, because, like you said, a couple of years ago, we were paying $80 for these lights.
Yeah. Or you're paying more than that for a dog to come out and track your deer.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a freaking light to track the blood. How about them apples?
Yes.
Needle nose pliers. Every person that goes fishing loses needle nose pliers or their pliers. They're great to have. I would never be disappointed by getting some sort of pliers, the fishing pliers. I probably have 7 of them in my boat, and I don't know where 6 of them are. That's the thing. I always lose things like that, so it's always good to have one. Have you ever used I don't know if it's the brand, but it's called Hook Ease, the fishing knot tying tool?
No.
I've never, but if you're looking for a gift for a youngster that's never really gotten into fishing, but wants to try it, I think that kind of a tool would be a great gift for somebody that's learning fishing, that may not know how to tie all the fishing knots yet. I have no idea how it works. It gets good reviews, and I've heard good things, but I've never used one myself. We'll see. Yeah.
One of the things, though, is this year here, I bought, since I'm using braided line for carp fishing, I bought an actual spooler so I could spool my line. Okay.
Yes.
Now, they're not $19.99 is what I paid for it. It's not that expensive, but you can tighten that down, the spool, and it goes on like a fishing rod, a small one that they have. Your reel goes right on it. You set that and you tighten that down for the tightness that you want on that reel, and it works fine. I love it. I bought that. I bought a couple of long nose pliers. I put one in my truck, one in my tackle box. So I've got a couple of them. Another thing I bought this year that I never would have dreamed to buy was a can opener. One of them ones that you crank and go around the can when you're buying.
Yeah. Yes.
Make your bait out on the field. You use oatmeal and corn and all that crap. That was one thing that I had to stop at a store one day. I was going fishing, and I stopped at Walmart, and I got all my ingredients. Left the store, was driving down the road, was a half an hour away from where I was going fishing, and I'm like, oh shit, how am I going to open? And I pulled off and grabbed one to see if it was one of them ones that,
Yep.
hell no, I didn't buy them. I bought the ones that were cheap that I had to open the lid up. And I'm like, okay, so I got to go get a can opener now. So I went to a Dollar General and bought my can opener, and I bought 2 of them. One for my tackle box and one to go inside my truck in case I lost it.
Yeah, I know that exact pain. The first time was this September when I went carp fishing all by my lonesome. First time I'd never done it, and I remember going into Discord and like frantically asking you guys, "What do I need? What do I need to go buy?" And okay, corn and hominy and this and that, and we did. And then I don't know if you guys remember, as I were going from the grocery store and got to the lake, I guess. I look down, I'm like, we get out on the dock. I'm like, shit, corn. How are we going to open this can? So we had to run to the hotel. And luckily, we were staying in a hotel that was kind of like a long-term stay. So I run up to my room, and luckily they had a can opener in there. But I got to tell you what, I could have used my teeth, and it would have been better than that piece of shit can opener.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was just one of the things when I first started carp fishing this past spring. You know, here I am going down. I'm gonna make my bait at the place.
Yep.
And how am I gonna open the can? I'm not gonna use a knife because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna cut my finger off. 100%. I'm gonna cut myself.
Yeah.
You open up a can with a knife. So
I can't even. I'm not even allowed to carry scissors.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not cutting a can open with a knife.
Scissors, small scissors, stuff like that. You know, if you're buying scissors, if your person's using braided line, make sure you get the scissors that will cut braided line, or you're gonna be sitting there doing this all day long.
Yeah, it just tickles it.
Yeah, just bends it.
Now going back to your, because I also had this on my list, that fishing line spooler.
Yes.
Do you get the one that squares up to the reel, or do you get the one that lines up?
Lines up.
Why?
Because
why?
It spools better. I've gone through this before. I had one before that did exactly the other way.
Yep.
And this one here, I made short on braided line. I use it for my braided. So
okay.
I can use it for mono for my bait casters if I wanted to, but so the braided line, that's why I bought it, because when you, I don't know, do you got braided line on any of your poles?
Yeah.
Right. When you're putting it on, holding it with your finger, trying to tight, guess what happens to your fingers?
You burn the shit out of your finger.
You burn the shit out of them. So that's what I wanted. And that's what I was trying to save myself. I bought 2 new reels. I bought 2 sets of fishing line to go on them reels, and I went ahead and got that for $19.99, and it was well worth it.
It's not bad. I was curious because they sell both kinds,
right?
And I have been told that if you are spooling your spinning reel, and the line is facing your reel, like along in line with your rod and the eyelets, that it has a tendency to tangle easier versus if you square it up and have it coming off the same way that it goes on. I don't know. I don't know if it's a wives' tale or if that actually is the case. I never have cared enough to really do any experimentation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you put it on with your hand, how you put it on. You turn the reel sideways, or do you put a pencil through it and hold the ends and burn the hell out of your 2 thumbs?
Yeah, well, that's why isn't that one of the reasons we had kids, is so they can hold that pencil or a pen?
They love doing that. Pam loves doing that too.
I'm sure.
She wants to run out of the room when I bring in a new mono line and say, "Hey, I'm going to spool this reel." She's like, "You got to be kidding me! I got to hold that stupid. Where is it?" So she'll go get gloves or a towel and put on it, and then it gets caught in there and stops. And
Yep. Agreed. How about dry bags? You always need dry bags
to sit on.
No, to put all your shit in. Like if you're out, once you get your boat next year, you're gonna appreciate having some dry bags and some like the little fishing towels, the bait towels, the little dry towels.
Oh, I got all kind of fishing towels. I got them hanging up over here. They're the best.
Well, you may not need fishing towels as a Christmas gift idea, but maybe somebody else does.
Yeah. Well, they're just like hand towels. And it's easier for me to walk across the street to my super, super huge mall, Dollar General, and buy them medium towels, the small hand towels.
Yep.
I have like 5 or 6 of them in my truck all the time. They're great for if you're sweating.
Yeah.
They're great to wash your hands
Yep.
when you're in your bucket, when you get that carp goo,
Yep.
goop all over you.
Mud,
Yeah.
dirt, oil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Always good to have some of those rags
Mhm.
sitting around. Travel mugs. Most of us drink coffee, and you can spice it up. They make travel mugs for coffee that look like shotgun shells or bullets or other have a little fun with it. Everybody has a ton of travel mugs, but not everybody has one that looks like a shotgun shell. Just saying. So as a gift idea for somebody that loves hunting, get them a bullet or a shotgun shell coffee mug, travel mug.
I haven't seen Yeti make one of them yet. I gotta have my Yetis. It's the only thing that'll keep my coffee that warm, that long.
True.
I mean,
We're not
Yeti-
sponsored by Yeti.
Well, so look. That's your job next week, a Yeti.
We're not sponsored by Yeti. Knock, knock, Yeti.
I don't have nothing but Yeti. That's, and there's other ones that are decent, but they still, I don't think they like Yeti. You're paying for the name.
Yes.
I mean, when they went from $29 to $35, I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to buy another one. That's ridiculous. Paying $35 for a Yeti. I mean, a 20-ounce Yeti cup is horrible.
Yeah. That's why they make Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Did they put anything up this time?
I have no idea. I need another one of these things like I need a hole in the head.
Oh, I need a couple more.
Do you?
Yeah, but here's my problem. I take them and I wash them out and put them in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too.
And when we are doing this, like me and Pam, since we don't have a whole bunch of dishes, it may be 3 days before I hit the dishwasher button.
Yeah.
So there I am. I go out and I'm like, oh, I need my oh, shit. It's in the dishwasher. You got to put one of them little soap things in there that cost you $40 for 20 tablets and then hit the button. And then you got to wait an hour for your dishes to get done.
Hour? Mine's like 2.5.
Oh, mine's only an hour. I got it on normal cycle. What do you got yours on? Hard?
I hope not. I hope it's on just normal.
Yeah, mine. I hit mine like there's normal, hard, like there's like flush wash.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know it's a freaking event. When I start the dishwasher, it sings to me.
Oh yeah.
And then it's 2.5 hours before it's done, and then it sings to me again.
Now mine is about an hour, I think, the dishwasher from the time to start. So it like in the mornings when I get up and I see I don't have my favorite coffee, and I'm like, shit. Right now it's loaded, ready to go. So as soon as I'm done streaming, I take this out, rinse it out, put it. Why do I rinse it out? Why don't I just wash the damn thing? Pam, start washing these by hand. Did I just say that out loud? I ain't never gonna get a Christmas present now.
Oh, you might as well kiss your Christmas goodbye. I'm surprised she hasn't run in here and punched you right in the nose.
They're looking at me, giving me
Yeah.
that stare down. I'm in trouble.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Ooh, wow. All right. Socks. Can we have enough socks? And some of my favorite socks, especially for hunting or cold water fishing, wool socks or alpaca socks. Have you ever worn alpaca socks?
I don't have an alpaca.
Oh, they keep your tootsies nice and toasty.
Yeah,
Great. That's a great gift idea.
Yeah, I've never had an alpaca. No. I do like wool socks.
Yeah.
When I wear my muck boots,
Hmm?
even in the summertime, I will put on a heavier sock. Not the wool sock, but I'll put on a heavier sock just for them. Because if you use your regular up to the kneecap, you got to have longer socks for them.
Yep.
I won't use a real thin sock when I'm wearing them muck boots. So I got to have a little bit of heavier sock for that.
Yep.
But
Agreed.
yes, I've got just a sock drawer. And when you open it, you pull the door. I don't know if you got yours and does that. It's like sticks.
Yeah.
And
And then you have to put your hand in there to kind of push them all down, and then you pull it out. Yeah.
they pop up. Yeah, that's horrible. I think all men are like that.
I legit, I have 2 sock drawers, 2 entire drawers full of just socks. And I would venture to guess at least 42% of them have holes on the bottom of them and could get thrown away or used as rags or whatever.
Right.
But they're like t-shirts, man. I just can't get rid of my socks because why?
Let me ask you a question. Do you have any socks with holes in them that you still keep?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like almost half of my socks have holes on the bottom.
All right. So why this is what I don't understand. You take them socks out that have holes in them, and you're going to go somewhere and you see the hole. What's the first thing you do? You throw them over to the side, and then your wife picks them up and puts them in the clothes hamper, and they get washed when they're all wet. Right?
Yeah.
There is not a man in this world that doesn't do that. Now, why don't you just take them out and burn them or throw them in the garbage?
You know, you're right, and there are times that I do. I like it, but it depends on the size of the hole. If it's just starting, then it's like I could get a couple more wears out of these. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. And then you wear them, and then as you wear them for the day, the hole gets bigger. Then they get thrown in the wash, and they look just like the other 14 pairs of socks that are in the laundry in the washing machine and dryer. And you pull them out, and I'm not gonna sit there and inspect every sock to figure out which one has a hole in it. I just put them all together and say I'll deal with it next time.
Well, and here's the thing. That is too much work to look for the holes.
Yeah.
Well, this hole is only as big as my pinky. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this for another week.
Yeah.
You know, so some of my socks got destroyed by Luna when Luna was kind of growing up from that pup stage. And I hope Sarah gets to experience that with her socks here soon. You know, I'll be sitting here and she'll come running in here and I have a pair of my socks. And I'm like, where the hell did you get them at? And she gets up on the table, Pam had folded clothes. She'll grab my socks. And then I go to reach to grab it. And she jerks back. And guess what happens? Rip. There's your holes. I got a lot of holy socks, but I've been throwing them away. It's like, all right, T-shirts. Swimming pool. All right. Now you wear this out there at the swimming pool. When you are putting chlorine in your pool, guess what happens to this shirt?
Yeah.
There are spots all over it that look horrible. I have 3 of them laying in here right now that I just picked up tonight out of my drawer that I'm throwing in the garbage because I never wear them. I mean, I'd look ridiculous wearing them out in public. Now, to wear around the house, if you ain't doing nothing, I guess you could put them on and look like someone painted you.
Yeah. I have a lot of those shirts that are for home use only.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have
And the older they get, what's that?
Do you have holy T-shirts?
Not as much anymore. I did a pretty good job of throwing those away, but I do still have at least one, if not two shirts from high school yet that I still wear. And the one is starting to become a little see-through, and it's a black t-shirt.
And it's probably your favorite one.
Yeah, I freaking love that shirt, man.
See, that's your problem. You got to go replace it. Go look for one that matches it and throw that bad boy out the door.
There is no replacing it. It's from high school. It's from a basketball league that I played in. There's no replacing it. It's irreplaceable, and I can't throw it away because it's very special to me.
Well, and I think women should buy us more t-shirts. There is not a man out there that doesn't wear a bunch of t-shirts.
Yeah.
I have probably 100 of them.
Yeah. That's probably an accurate number.
I mean, it's like if I go to Royal King and I see a couple of shirts that are on sale for $9.99, t-shirts, and I kind of like the looks of them, I grab them and walk out the door with them. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
I pay for them, but I mean,
Well, I would hope so.
but yeah, that's and another thing. I just come to my mind. I'm sorry for doing this, but scarf. That is like my worst present ever, too. Besides that little knife, a scarf. Why in the world would you women buy us a scarf?
Now, on the flip side, I just ordered one.
Well, you're one of them
as a gift.
222 ones.
No, not for myself.
You are. I know it's for yourself. Go ahead, say it.
But it's heated around this part, which I thought was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really one of those, and I can't say it too loud. It's not really one of those, but it looks like one of those, and then it's heated right here.
I have to disagree with Joker for a minute.
T-shirts are for everything except weddings and funerals. Okay.
I have been to weddings and funerals that people are wearing T-shirts.
Yeah, I have too.
Not me, but I have. So, I mean, Joker, come on with the real world. It's starting to change. Because if I can go to Walmart, not me, but if people can go to Walmart in their freaking bikinis or in their sleeping pajamas, then I guess you can wear T-shirts to funerals and weddings.
Yeah, why not? I mean, shit, I've been to weddings that I could have worn to match with everybody else camouflage T-shirts. You match with the bride and the groom, and 85% of the guests at the wedding if you've got a camo T-shirt on. So
yeah, but they usually say that ahead of time that they're going to have a camo wedding, a hunting wedding party or something like that. Then it's a total different story. But I've been staying there in a suit and tie at a funeral home, and 2 or 3 people come walking in with T-shirts, and I'm like, it's just a thing people are doing nowadays. I wouldn't do that, but people are doing it now. They wear T-shirts for everything.
So what about this? I'm going to throw a curveball at you as a gift idea for somebody that loves the outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
A fire starter. Something they could pack, a little fire starter that they could pack in their backpack or their tackle box or their hunting bag. A lot of people, in my opinion, don't think about something like that, but I think it would be a great gift idea for somebody that loves to be outdoors, hiking, fishing, hunting, doesn't matter. If you're out, if somebody likes the outdoors, it's great to have a fire starter or a sleeping bag or a small tent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm trying to buy time for you to bring up your fire starter.
Yeah. I got this as a gift from one of my people.
Yeah, there you go.
This is a fire starter. Now, will I ever use this? I don't know, but it's kind of neat.
Well, you're never going to use it if it stays on your fucking shelf the whole time.
Well, the only reason it's on my shelf because I keep forgetting to carry it out and put it in my hunting bag.
Yeah, no, that goes too.
I do. I forget it all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got this from one of my viewers, sent it to me, and I really appreciate it because it may be something I need when the end of the world happens.
Yeah.
How do I know?
Look,
You know?
you should, as any hunter should have two things in their backpack at all times. And I only have one.
A
Currently.
girlfriend?
Well, no,
Yeah, that's the one you have, right?
no.
No? Oh,
Toilet
shit.
paper. Close.
Oh,
Toilet paper. Toilet paper and a fire starter. And you could even use the two together.
Yes, you could.
Oh, but only for one act, only for making fire. I think if you're using the fire starter with the toilet paper for the other reason, you might be in trouble.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Would these are great ideas, but also a magnifying glass and toilet paper would be the way to go. You don't
Yeah.
even need a fire starter if you got a magnifying glass with you, right?
Yeah.
Just get it there to the sun, hold it there. It'll burn a hole right in that toilet paper and light that baby right up.
Okay, I'm gonna list one that you can't argue with.
Okay, go ahead.
Because what is the one thing most females that are in the outdoors, enjoying outdoors, hiking, fishing, hunting, whatever it might be, what's the one thing that they can't do that men can do easily?
Wait a minute. Say this again.
I'm setting you up.
Yeah, I know you are. Go ahead.
Think about this.
Go ahead.
What is the one thing that men can do in the outdoors easily that women can't do?
P.
Correct. A shiwi. If your girlfriend, wife, significant other is a female and spends a lot of times outdoors,
Mm-hmm.
shiwi would be a great gift idea.
All right, so I don't have to worry about that because my wife doesn't spend no time in outdoors. She kind of hates going to the outdoors. Ever since we got married and we come home and I took her to Ontario, up to James Bay, she lost every bit of interest when she was getting chased by black flies and mosquitoes by the billions. She made a phone call at a payphone, and the whole thing was surrounded by mosquitoes and black flies. And she's like, "What am I doing up here?" It was horrible. It was right after she had Ryan, too. I kind of ruined her for the outdoors of going camping. That was...
But if she enjoyed the outdoors, a shiwi could be a very beneficial and helpful gift. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Could be. What else we got? Rechargeable hand warmers.
All right. So if you're out in the sticks,
Yep.
are you going to carry one of them battery backpacks to recharge that?
Well, you don't go out unless it's charged already. You charge them beforehand, just like you charge everything else.
How
But-
long's it going to last?
But I haven't done that much research on them. But that brings me to another thing on the list.
Mm-hmm.
One of those battery packs, those power packs that we all, as streamers, when we're hunting and fishing live, have probably 2 or 3 of them on us at all times. Again,
Right
yes, yep,
We got one right here. Perfect. See that? 100% charged.
it's a great gift for somebody that loves the outdoors.
Yep.
Nowadays,
It
30
works.
years ago, that was what? Bring
It works
power
for
with? What the
you
fuck?
guys.
Yeah. It's great. Great idea.
The only problem I have is I'm really thinking seriously about getting that solar generator.
A Jackery?
Home that has the 2 big plates because these ones that they sell online, don't ever buy these.
Oh, no.
This is the biggest fake
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
This does not charge.
No. Speaking of toilet paper, that thing would work better as toilet paper. I have got 3 of them, and they are absolute garbage.
Yes, I would never ever suggest anyone to ever buy one of these battery packs that are solar. It doesn't work. You're gonna have to have the bigger panels to be able to charge something like this. They are totally horrible.
Agreed. Other gift ideas.
Cell phone. A junk cell phone.
A junk cell phone. Well, that's for.
No.
Go ahead.
You can get one for like $5, add it onto your plan, and put it away in your vehicle or in your backpack.
Okay. Like as a safety thing.
That's right. You're fishing. I've seen this happen so many times. They put it in their pocket. They bend over to get the fish out of the water, and guess what happens? The phone's in the bottom of the lake.
I would never do that.
Then they break down in their boat and can't get to shore, and guess where their phone is? In the bottom of the lake. So if you're carrying one like in your backpack, or and I think it's kind of, I've seen so many people lose their cell phones, and I bought a cell phone, but it was for my chat, for streaming.
Yeah.
But it's always there. If something happens to that phone, I can still access that phone and call 911. Even if you don't have a plan, you can always call 911 on them phones.
Yep. That's a great idea. Great idea.
I mean, the phones you can get them pretty much cheaper than crap. They're junk, but they're not junk if they save your life.
Yeah, correct. A flameless lighter. How about that? If it's windy, trying to light a fire if you're stuck in the woods, a flameless lighter can help.
Like glow.
Yeah.
I've never used one of them. I don't know. So, will flameless lighters start a fire?
I would assume it does. Yeah.
Does it put a flame up, or do you gotta reach down into it? Like, say you smoke.
Well, some of them are like.
What's that?
I think some of them are like torches too.
Well, isn't that like the torch ones that you're talking about?
I think there's some of them are similar. But yeah, Queen of Kings is saying it. They're like, they're like almost like a stun gun.
All right, so
they've got that electrical current.
Okay, all right,
or whatever it is.
I've never had one, so I don't
either.
know. I have no clue.
Sarah says she loves hers. I'm just spitballing ideas for gifts for people that love the outdoors. What do you get somebody?
What fuels that, Sarah, or Spike, or whatever?
I would assume it's just like a normal lighter. It's just flameless. Like what is it, butane?
I don't know. That's what I wasn't sure whether they have.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're even. Oh, they charge. Okay.
Wait a minute. USBs?
Okay. So it is electric, basically. It's powered.
Real.
Oh, now if you have a flameless lighter and it's not charged, you ain't starting no fire.
Are they expensive lighters?
I don't think so.
Idea. I've never ever seen or even thought about looking at one.
I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't.
Not terrible.
I'd guess, if I had to guess, I'd say $10, $15.
Yeah, I have no clue. Unless you have a power bank.
That's right.
Well,
it all comes back to power. Nowadays, I'm telling you, man, everything needs power.
Now,
and having a power bank with you at all times is not a terrible idea.
Well, they showed, I don't know if any of you have seen it on TV, the advertisement. This guy that's talking about the future in case we lose electric and we don't have electric. There's this little portable charger unit that has these 2 panels that charge this thing. It takes 12 hours to charge it with them 2 big panels during the day. Or you can have them up while you're running it during the day. But now, here's my only problem. if it's cloudy, or Canada decides to burn the hell out of the top of the United States with all their forest fires, and it gets cloudy with the smoke, you're not going to get no sunlight to keep them charged. So you may be down 2 or 3 days if we have rain 40 days and 40 nights.
It's true.
But I really think the way to go is if you want to be camping and stuff like that, solar is the way to do it. And you need big enough solar panels to be able to charge stuff.
Agreed. What another idea that I had was art, wildlife art, paintings, pictures. And we know where you can go, Jim Bortz, bortzart.com. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Jim Bortz.
I thought you were going to grab one of your...
No, but they're hanging up.
Oh, bummer.
I could go over and grab one, but I mean...
That's fine. It's fine. I thought when you turned around, I thought you were turning around to grab one.
I was putting that lighter back.
And then the last one on my list, Eric, Cast and Camo merch. Everybody that loves hunting and fishing and outdoors could love some Cast and Camo merch. www.castandcamotv.com. Get your merch there. And actually, I have no idea how this works, but through our merch, somehow it's tied to our Twitch, and people can gift our Cast and Camo merch to other viewers. I have no idea how it actually works. We'll have to figure that out someday soon. But yeah, there's gifting. You can gift merch instead of like subs and stuff. You can gift merch. I have no idea.
I don't know why you would want to buy someone a ton of rubber duckies. You wouldn't want to see them like lined up like this on your shelves, would you?
No.
This is from my viewers too. They think I like rubber duckies, and I hate ducks, by the way.
Oh, I see. Red Irish got his one jab in. Appreciate that. Yeah, fourth wall, Sarah. Yep. I think I have it set up. I don't know exactly how it works. We'll have to experiment some night, I guess.
Or you could buy a Sasquatch in memory of the Sasquatch film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. I love Sasquatch.
Yeah. Who doesn't love Sasquatch?
Oh.
But another idea, kind of coming full circle. If your friend or family or loved one loves hunting and has land that they can hunt, Deer 30 sells minerals that we talked about this earlier today. The Deer 30 minerals are getting tore up by the deer right now for you, versus the stuff from the other store is not. Their stuff works, just not their website right now. But their stuff works. As soon as their website can get up, you can go and order your favorite hunter some deer minerals once it's up and running. And if you have a high budget, you can go to Sea Arc and buy Eric a boat. A Sea Arc boat.
I would like a boat, everyone, for Christmas. If you would like to, if you'd like to give me a boat, that would be really sweet of you. It's only like 80,000. It's not that much.
Yeah. Stodders are going to pick up at least 10,000 of that themselves. So really, all you have to contribute is the other 70 grand.
But the other 70, it ain't that bad.
No, it's, chump change.
Yeah.
Chump change. Just throw it at Chief.
You know when I'll have a new boat? Never.
You can't buy a new boat anymore. Damn things are ridiculous.
And I'm not being stupid here. I'm serious. They're $70,000 to $80,000 for these boats now.
I know it's
and I don't
sad.
know how anyone can afford a plaything for 70 to 80,000.
Yeah, you might as well get your pilot license.
Yep.
That's what I say.
Yep. That one.
All right. Well, I have, if anybody's interested, I have the entire list, and we went through about 15% of everything I had listed. I'm more than happy to post it in our Discord, !Discord, if you're watching in the Twitch chat. And if you're watching on YouTube later, there is a link to the Discord in the description below. I'll make a channel or something within the Discord for gift ideas or something like that, and I'll post the whole list. If people are actually curious about what could be a gift for people that love hunting and fishing and anything outdoors. You had some great ideas. The phone idea, I never even thought about it, but I think that's actually a pretty darn good idea.
Well, even if you have an old phone that still works, but you don't have it hooked up to a plan, you just got to remember the 911 always works on them phones. As long as you're within range.
Well,
yeah,
that's true.
I don't think you want to go to, someplace that has no signal at all. You'd be climbing on top of a mountain in 40 foot of snow trying to hold it up in the air to get signal.
Hotspot, baby.
GPS. I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
If you really, the handheld GPS units, if you live out west, or even here in the eastern part, I used to have to go look for hunters all the time. The first day of deer season, the first weekend, we would have 8 to 10 hunters lost. Where I used to be at in the mountains. I'm telling you, one of them handheld GPSs are amazing.
Yeah.
And I know they may be a couple $100, but it could save someone's life. I mean, it's if I'm hunting out west, I would definitely be, because first of all, you're going to lose cell phone signal out there in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to deal with the satellite, and you're not going to lose your satellite signal out there,
right?
So your GPS is always going to work.
I have the Garmin Rhino 530 handheld GPS, and it doubles as a walkie-talkie. There's a built-in walkie-talkie, so you can just page through the channels until you'll find somebody on a walkie-talkie. There, people still use them. But yeah, that's another great point that I didn't have written down. A handheld GPS is great for all things.
I can tell you where this catching deers. I don't know where you're from, but I was out of McKean and Potter and Cameron County, and I'm going to tell you, those were the 3 worst places that we dealt with the lost hunters. We always dealt with that. I know of at least every year we'd have at least 10 hunters on the first night. We wouldn't get home till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So
did you find them all?
Yes, some of them passed away due to heart attacks.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But we did have a lot that made it, that was scared to death. That I don't know. When you walk in hunting, do you not pay attention to where you're traveling? Or, I can say out of all the hunters that we had that were lost, most of them were very close to a logging road. They've crossed the logging roads. The thing of it is, them logging roads lead somewhere.
Yeah.
It's either to a dead end in the middle of the woods, or it's back to the highway. Another thing people never think about when they do get lost is water. If you follow a stream, it's going to take you to safety. 100%.
Yep. People panic though. People panic, and then they get spun around. And the worst thing you can, we're getting off topic, but
right.
Well, awesome. Look, you gave me some good ideas. Hopefully I gave you some ideas, and other people got ideas from both of us. Hopefully it was kind of the plan. It's only 3 weeks away? Christmas? A little over 3 weeks away? That's crazy.
20. 3 days to Christmas Eve.
But guess what, Eric?
You're gonna get me that boat?
Maybe.
Oh shit!
It's 12 degrees here.
Really?
Yeah, we've been making ice for the last few days, and it's just a matter of days before we can go ice fish. There was somebody out with their portable fish house just a couple miles away.
We're
Yesterday.
making ice tonight too. It's 28 here right now.
You're not making ice.
We're making ice.
No, you're not making ice at 28 degrees.
We are making ice at 28 degrees.
You're making a glaze. All righty. For Cast and Camo, I'm Todd,
I'm Eric.
and we'll see you guys
Next
next
week.
time.